to another episode. Here
we go. It says it all there.
It's been a long night. Welcome to another episode of the Drinking Podcast. I can't. Welcome back to another episode of the Drinking Podcast. We have changed location.
Yeah.
New little setup. We've got a little cactus in the background. We're close to the guitar now. It's more sophisticated. Oh shit! Yes. We didn't set up the mic. Well, we have a mic, and that'll be here next time then. Anyway, we're starting to move forward as a channel. This is the first step. Developing. We hit a little milestone. We hit 500 channel views the other day on videos. Yeah. 500. We're on 520 something.
That's brilliant.
First little milestone. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
500.
Yeah, 500.
Blimey.
So 500 people have watched our videos.
That's fantastic.
Well, probably not. It's probably about 100 people.
100 people 5 times.
Yeah. But that's not the point.
Or 10 people 50 times.
Yeah, that's probably more the case. Yeah. But anyway, we're still going strong.
Or one person 500 times.
It's just you sitting down here to keep pressing refresh on the video.
Yeah. It's one person 500 times.
Definitely.
But there we go.
But that's still 500 views, so we will take it. Anyway, what are we going to be starting off drinking today?
Well, your mum said that she'd found some Southern Comfort. Here it is.
Oh, this is going to be a long night.
I don't know. I don't know how old this is. This has been around for a while.
Let me see if there's a date on the back.
Okay. Alcohol doesn't normally have a date on it.
No, I don't. No, it might say the year it was.
The last time I
though.
saw that bottle, I had hair.
40. Speaking of which, you cut my hair today.
I did, yeah. Well, what do you reckon?
I mean, he's not done bad.
Everybody's got COVID cut.
You've not done bad, my friend. You've not done bad.
We got some clippers on eBay. I've had it twice now.
I've done that for him both times. It's a very easy job.
We decided we'd get the big clipper on him. You know, the 12mm or whatever it is. I don't know how many millimeters is it. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Anyway, and we tried to give Jack a decent haircut. No scissors involved. Just a round the back. And actually,
it's not bad. I gave him a 6.5 out of 10. Comment below what you would give it out of 10. What you would give his barber skills out of 10. So it's a 43%er. I'll put some hair on your chest. Is this like a brandy or a whiskey?
Southern Comfort is based on whiskey. American whiskey, isn't it? Southern Comfort.
I asked you.
I don't know.
You're meant to be like the drinking expert.
No. Southern Comfort is some kind of American whiskey. I'm not drowning it in one go.
Seriously, should we actually? Is that unhealthy?
No, I'm not going in one go.
Would that be bad if I did it?
I'll have a sip. Have a sip.
Well, cheers. That's really nice.
Yeah, I forgot Southern Comfort is quite sweet.
That's really nice. I can't lie, that's well.
Yeah,
it's strong as.
There's some flavour in there. There's
Why have we not had this before? Why did we start off with that Grand Marnier shite when we could have had this?
Well, Grand Marnier was just oranges with alcohol in it, wasn't it?
This is nice. I like this. This is really nice, actually. Definitely recommend then if you're looking for some whiskey-esque substance.
But is it bourbon? I don't know what it's called.
It's
Have
called.
A look. Read what it says.
The grand old drink of the South liquor spirit originated in the banks of Mississippi in New Orleans, Louisiana.
There is
a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. Definitely recommend
that, haven't we?
No. We'll finish on House of the Rising Sun.
I thought we'd done that. I thought we'd done that already.
I don't think we have. I'm pretty sure we haven't. We'll finish on that then. Anyway, Southern Comfort. Definitely check it out if you want to try out some whiskey substance. It's quite sweet, so you do have to have a bit of a sweet tooth to like it.
Yeah.
But it's really strong, really tasty, and to be fair, I'm happy with that.
All right with that.
One of the nicer ones we've done.
Yeah.
It's up there with tequila, probably.
Yep. That's all right.
Yeah. Where do you think you got that?
I don't know. Can I just introduce something just at this stage quickly? We didn't.
I mean, he's already.
We
got
don't need
this.
the 12-string guitar at this point, bud. That's as far as I'm going at this stage.
Then what was the point if you did it?
Just to introduce a little bit of music there. There we go.
Right, so that's a teaser for what we're going to finish on there at the end. House of the Rising Sun by the Animals.
Yeah, I thought we'd done it, but
I swear we haven't. Animals are a very old band. They're nearly as old as you. Older, probably. Thinking about it.
about as old as me.
That's saying something
60s,
as well.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Eric Burden, Alan Price.
I don't think anyone knows who any of those people are.
Oh,
Born this century, you probably don't.
okay.
You probably don't even know there's a song called The House of the Rising Sun, but it's a very good song, so check it out. Anyway, you reminded me of something a few nights ago, didn't you, about time I went out and so basically whenever I go out, my dad always goes, don't worry about keys, I'll let you in. So I always try and like get a little bit persistent about it, like, no, I'll take keys because I feel bad you staying up late, etc, etc. And he always goes, no, I've got you, it's all right, I've got you.
Couldn't follow you.
So
Know where you are.
Yeah, so he's always like text me, stuff like that, just so I know what time you're roughly getting back. So I'm like, all right. So anyway, I went to this rave in London. It was already a bit of a mad night. You know, I've been searching for drugs.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, tell the story about that.
Oh, we've already told the story about that.
Have we?
Yes.
Okay, the doggy.
Yeah.
The doggy finding
the sniffer dog coming up to me. Just I think it was just being a friend to me, but
you had drugs.
He just looked at me like crackhead.
You got cocaine.
God, you look well crackhead.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'd already been a bit of a mad night. So anyway, I got on a train back home to Kent about 12-ish, give or take, because I think the event finished at about 11. So anyway, I text Dad saying I'm on the train. I get an answer. He's like, all right, good to know you're on the way back, etc, etc. So anyway, it gets about probably 1 o'clock, about 1 o'clock. I arrive. My train arrives, and then I get a taxi home. It's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yes.
I text Dad saying I'm in my taxi, I'm on the way back, and I don't get a response. So I'm instantly a little bit like.
But at that point, I was happy because honestly, I'd been awake all night, making sure that everything was okay. And the point at which you said I'm in a taxi home, that was fine, and I fell asleep. And that's perfectly normal.
So what's not normal is then me sat outside when it's very, very cold for an hour, banging on windows, calling your phone,
I was asleep.
texting you, ringing the doorbell, smashing on windows and doors for literally an hour. I thought I was going to get hypothermia. Like, I was calling my mates who I was with that night and even other ones, and I was literally like, I am stuck outside my house. I was full on like, I'm going to have to sleep out here.
Which you would not been able to do.
And to be fair, I was actually, like, after about half an hour of trying, I did actually give up.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm
We had to
sleeping.
sleep with the foxes and the rabbits.
So I put my feet up, I was like sitting on the, like, what's it called, porch.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just like, you know what, life could be worse. After about 15 minutes, I realised, no, it couldn't.
You were very cold.
I'm freezing my tits off.
Yeah.
I'm covered head to toe in goosebumps. Bear in mind, I went out on this night out with a body warmer and jeans when it was probably, what was the temperature at the time?
Naught. It wasn't freezing. But
-2, something like that.
No, it wasn't minus, but it was cold.
Very, very cold at about 1, 2 in the morning.
We were still in the winter.
So anyway, I eventually keep trying to get in, and eventually Dad wakes up for a miracle from God, and I get him come down to the door. He opens it up and goes, and just with a little smile on his face, "Oh, hi Jack, you all right?" And I just looked you, then in the eye, went, "All right. All right, you think I'm all right?"
And I said, "Well, don't get so tetchy."
You were literally like, "Oh, why are you getting so angry?" And I was like, "Mush, I've been outside getting hypothermia for an hour."
Why didn't you let me know?
this is what I mean. I walked into this twat. I'd called him, rang the doorbell,
No.
texted over and over again.
I was asleep.
Do you think that's an excuse?
Well, I'd fallen asleep. I'd stayed up all night and I'd fallen asleep.
It was 1 o'clock.
I didn't aim to fall asleep. I didn't kind of say, when Jack's on his way, I'm going to fall asleep and then he can't get in for an hour and get very cold. It was an accident. And when you have an accident like that, you say, well, I'm sorry.
But you didn't. You didn't. That night, I remember you were having a go at me for not letting you know, for not waking you up. You're like,
well, you didn't.
Why didn't you let me
You
up?
didn't bang loud enough. Wake me up. Wake me up.
So this is 1 or 2 in the morning.
Wake me up. What's that song?
Before you go.
Google.
I'm not.
Wake me up. Before you go. Wake me up. Wake me up.
I get stupider the longer I'm around you.
Oh, wake me up.
Before you go.
But then be hanging on like a yo-yo.
So-yo?
I don't know the words. I never learned them because I didn't really like that.
That's not your thing, is
that
it?
kind of thing, no.
But anyway, so he lets me in. It starts actually having a go at me, to be fair. Like, I get into bed and, like, I put on, like, a coat and stuff because I'm that cold. And even Dad walks in, he's like, why are you wearing a coat in bed? Come on, it's not that bad, is it? And I was
actually, no, it's
yes,
wrong.
It was.
I was concerned at that stage.
No, you weren't.
You'd got hypothermia.
No, you weren't.
I was.
The next morning you were. The next morning you were.
No, I was.
He walked into my room the next morning, and to be fair, was sorry. But at that moment in time, you did not care. You had a go at me.
No, I was sorry from the start.
That is such a lie. That is such a lie.
I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying
It's not lying. Then what am I doing then?
Spinning a yarn.
Was that used in the 50s?
Yeah, that's a good phrase though. Is spinning a yarn, telling a tale. Telling a tale, exaggerating, putting spin on something.
So I'm basically Jesus.
Putting spin on it. Anyway, so ultimately Jack survived. It was a life experience. He came back in a taxi, sat outside for a while, got a bit cold, came in and spent the rest of the night in a really warm, lovely house, and got up in the morning, really warm and lovely in a nice bedroom, and it was a minor life experience that, was a little bit uncomfortable compared to, 90% of the world's population that, have more issues than that. And it's not the worst thing that's ever happened in the world ever. So there we go. Let's move on.
I mean, from then on, how many times have I taken keys with me or left them outside the house because I don't trust you? Is it every single time?
Every time.
And have you been okay with me doing that every single time because you cocked up that bad?
Because you don't like getting cold. Ooh, cold. Ooh, I got a bit cold outside for an hour.
You know what? Next time next time you go into the garage, I will lock you in there. Bear in mind, it's not heated, not anything. I will lock you in there, and I'll come back the next day, and we'll see if you have survived.
I remember about 10 years ago, there was a story of a guy in Kent that came home from a night out, and it was in winter.
It's winter now.
He ended up in a shed or something and actually died. No, there is a story of a guy that he found a shed, got in it, but of course because the temperature was sub-zero, he tried to keep warm, but he actually died. So it is a serious thing, hypothermia can kill kids. Hypothermia can kill.
So what, are you basically saying, because I left my son outdoors, this could have happened, but it didn't?
No. What I'm saying is that actually, in the past, people have, died.
I felt like I was going to at one point.
So it's worth just noting that
basically,
take a key.
No, the lesson is never trust your parent because they will most likely screw you over.
No.
They'll most likely drink alcohol and then fall asleep on the sofa or on their bed or wherever they want to fall asleep.
Okay.
So, lesson learned. Take keys, whether you're over 18 on a night out or under 18 just going out with mates. Always take keys. Always have keys hidden under the patio, etc. Wherever. Just find a spot.
Yeah.
Because
hide the keys. Let yourself in, and everything will be all right on a night out. There we go. Okay. What's next?
I mean, everything was all right on that night out, apart from the ending.
Yeah, but what's next?
Was ending. Wait. Sorry, what?
What's next?
What do you mean? What's next?
What's next on the podcast?
Well, this is our podcast. I shouldn't have to write a script for you.
All right.
What do you want to talk about?
I'll talk about How's the Rising Sun then.
Oh, Jesus. So anyway, Adele had a body transformation. She lost 7, what was it, stone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's like losing most of me.
It is, yeah. You had a body transformation this afternoon.
When he gave me a shite drink.
Yeah, I think it looks all right, actually.
To be fair, is this like your payback for me giving you a haircut?
No, because the haircut you gave me was all right, and I need another one soon. But we've got the clippers on you.
Look at that head. Tell me he needs another one. You do not need another one. You don't need another one for like a month.
Okay.
At least. Speaking of what we did today, I won at table tennis.
You did.
We had a little ping pong tournament, and I came victorious.
Well, you won on the last game of the last match.
Well, I mean, it was a best of 3, so and it was 1-1.
3 matches,
and it was 1-1. Technically, we did like a best of 3, and like that was like 1 round win, and we did like a best of 3 of a best of 3, if that makes sense, didn't we? And I came out victorious.
Yeah, you won.
Fair and square as well. No, there was no cheating.
But next time you won't win.
Oh, you're already trying to play mind games?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm the champ, so.
Yeah. Next time I'll win.
You think I'm mad?
Oh yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
You move like a 90-year-old.
I move like.
You're impersonating.
I don't know.
Name me one boxer.
Cassius Clay.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Yeah, fair enough. He's done me well there. Yeah. Can you name one from the last 5 years?
McGregor.
Not a boxer.
Okay. Tyson.
What? Which Tyson? There's 2.
Tyson Fury.
Hey, there we go. Well done.
Okay.
You dosser.
What about the other Tyson? What was his name?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Bad chavvy. There's been some footage of him recently, and even though he's like 40 something, 50 something, he's quick. He can knock most people out. He looks like a mad chavvy. Speaking of which, UFC fight week, innit, this week?
Yeah.
Fight week. You know, it's UFC 249, I believe. And they're still going ahead despite all the coronavirus worries, which is always good.
Bonkers.
They've done the right thing though. They've got their got their fighters to go into like camps away from everything for like the last month or 2. They've done the right thing in my opinion. It'll be a big event because it'll be the first.
When do they do the fighting?
The 9th of May.
So
2 days basically.
2 days.
Yeah. It will start 3 o'clock UK time. So
on the 9th, Saturday morning.
So I think it'll be on the 10th technically for us.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, it'll be on the Sunday morning. So leave a comment down below if you're going to watch UFC 249.
Yeah.
Because you most likely won't. You'll be past asleep at that moment in time.
Yeah.
More than gone. But it'll be a great thing because it's going to be the first sporting event in over a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that I actually am interested in at least. So it'll be great. We've been in lockdown for 6 weeks now.
Is it 6 weeks?
Yeah. I've basically had a summer holiday from school.
Let me out now.
Yeah, when is that meeting? When is that meeting?
No, Boris is making an announcement on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I've planted my beans. I've sowed my spring onions. I've grown my pumpkins. My onions are in. Sweet corn's in. We got you got
any more fruit and vegetable
all
to
the
plant?
fruit, the apples and pears are all coming along. I mean, it's time to just get out the hell of the garden. I've had enough time in the garden now. It's time to go out of the garden.
To the pub.
To the pub. Well, to the pub in an evening or during the day, drive down to Camber Sands.
What, on the beach?
Drive down to Rye.
Have a nice little beach day.
Yeah, do that. You know,
Get my tan on.
it's time to just get out now and just go somewhere. Go to Calais for the day. How about that? Go to Calais and bring back some wine. I mean, just do something. Go to London. Go down to Headcorn. Park the car. Get on the train. Go to Cannon Street. Is it Cannon Street we go to now? Whatever it is. Or you know...
Victoria.
No, we don't go to Victoria. We used to go to Victoria from Bearsted.
I'm thinking of one I got from Maidstone.
The one that's under the Shard. Well, what's that called?
The train station under the Shard.
It's called
London
London
East.
Bridge.
London
Bridge.
London Bridge.
Go to London Bridge, get off, and just walk along the Thames. You know, that's
You're fed up now.
Yeah, that's what
You're
we need to
fed
do.
up. You are fed up now.
We need to just walk around. Look, go to Covent Garden for the day.
That'd be good.
Yeah, why not?
The amount of busking that will be going on there as
Yeah.
well would be brilliant. I'd love a good day out in London again.
Yeah,
I need that.
brilliant.
My bank account's going to get shagged, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, that's what we need. Boris, let us out.
What would be like? So, for example, so of course at some point there's gonna be like baby steps, aren't there? So it'll probably be like let out in like groups of mates, like let out for walks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like more frequently and stuff like that. But when the world reopens, so I'm talking like everything in the world is reopened. So your cinemas, your bars, your clubs, etc. When everything is open, what is the first thing you're going to do?
Go to the pub.
And that is why we are the drinking podcast.
No, go to the pub because that's the first thing you can do. It's ever so simple. You just, at about 7 o'clock in the evening, you put your jacket on, go to the front door, go through it, lock it behind you, walk to the pub, and then you get to the pub and you say, hello, I'd like a pint of bitter, please. And they say, yes, sir, I'll pour that for you.
They were like, you got some ID, mate?
Yeah. No, don't ask me for ID, do they?
They asked me for ID.
And what's he having?
Well, not other places are.
Well, he's having a pint of lager.
Foster's.
Cheapest one you've got. And then that's going to the pub, and that's the easiest, simplest thing that you can do. Go to the pub. Now, if there's other things you do after that, go to the cinema, going to Maidstone, go to open mic.
Open mic night. Because that's
Open
something
mic.
you've missed.
I've missed open mic.
We do this thing, I think we've mentioned it on a previous podcast, where we play you in particular, play pubs in our local area.
You?
Every now and then. But you've missed that a lot.
Yeah, I have missed out.
You've missed like, it's a bit like when Tyson Fury doesn't box. You've missed like having like something to work
Yeah, you miss
towards.
getting ready for it.
Yeah, you miss like the hours of practice a day where you have to like. So for example, Tyson Fury says his worst day of the week is the days he doesn't train, and you're very similar in that, where your saddest days are your worst days. Are the days you don't practice for something.
Because for open mic, I practice and practice and practice because I'm not very talented. So
Bollocks to that.
No. I have to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice, and then I make mistakes. But all artists do. But you know, you have to work hard to be able to do four songs in a pub live. You have to work really
in
hard
front of about 5 people.
in front of 5 people. Yeah,
But it doesn't matter because those 5 people love it, and I'm one of them, and they're.
But if you could argue that doing 4 songs in front of 5 people at a pub is more difficult than a rock band doing a set of 20 songs in front of 10,000 people at Madison Square Gardens. because all of those people in Madison Square Gardens want to be there. And
Oh, what
want
you're
to-
saying? Some of those people who show up to a pub might just show up for a pint and be like, "Oh dear,
Oh dear.
who's this?"
I didn't come here to.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
come here to listen to this shit. But actually, that's not. To be fair, most open mic evenings, people that turn up want to listen to good music.
I remember there was one time we didn't go there, and it was actually to this day. It was this day a year ago, and it was the Barcelona Liverpool game where Liverpool made the comeback.
Mm.
And we went to a pub where it was getting televised, and it was the same night as an open mic night. And just throughout the whole night, and it started as the game started, basically.
Yeah.
And all you could hear was cheering
Yeah.
all around the pub, and everyone was like, "Oh, stop it being too nice," and stuff like that. Wasn't for the music at all. It's the most busy that pub's ever been. But
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, take it. No publicity is bad publicity.
It's true.
How long do you think is until open mic night is open then?
God. I can't see us having open mic nights for another 4 weeks yet.
To be fair, I don't see pubs in front of 4
I'd
weeks.
love to think that towards the middle of June we could be out having open mic nights, and it would be such a celebration. It would be so exciting to just get some songs together for the night, and doesn't matter what they are, go out and just play them. Be brilliant.
We should make up a lockdown song.
Okay.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Like
For next time.
integrate. No, exactly. For the next open mic night, we should do like piano, guitar,
Yeah.
like collab.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
We'll do a music video.
Lockdown.
That's not me. It's lockdown.
Not me. It's lockdown. I've been
That'd be
locked.
good.
I've been locked down.
Comment down below if you want to see that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be quite fun. To be
Okay.
fair. Because to
You're
be
right,
fair,
man.
we do need something to like do because I'm
Yeah.
fed up of this. I'm bored. I'm out of stuff to do. I played too much Warzone and FIFA and PlayStation. Now I've done football things on TikTok
Okay.
on too many
Let's
times.
make it up now. Let's make it up. Just make it up. You can make it up easily. Make a song. No long. No, honestly, making songs up is easy. Play D minor. I've been on lockdown for too long. That's why I'm singing a song. I've been on lockdown for too long. Don't tell me it's wrong, because I haven't been out for a fortnight. I haven't been out for long enough, and I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. I've been on lockdown for too long. That's why I'm singing a song.
This is on the spot.
I've been on lockdown for too long. Don't tell me that it's wrong.
That's it. Oh.
But the world is different now. 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 And I'm thinking about what chord to play next, but I don't know. So I'll play an F, I'll play a G, I'll play a D, that sounds like a happy chord, and I'll play an A minor, because that's a side chord.
I feel like I'm in the school of rock, you know what I mean?
What to do? I've been in lockdown, I've been in lockdown, I've been in lockdown for too long. I get my veg from Aldi, but I have to queue up every morning. They let me eggs and some pasta, some tomatoes. I bought some bread and some milk and some beef stew. I bought some rice and some toilet paper. Now that was a thing because they didn't have much. So I started to sing. I said, hey, I got some bud roll today. Hey, I got some bud roll today. Hey, I got some bud roll today. The man at the counter said, you're lucky, son. Now you gotta pay.
Now that is what you call the drinking podcast freestyle right there. On the spot. The Fed Up of Lockdown song.
Yeah, and it was made up on the spot.
On the
no
spot.
practicing. We're gonna do
Next up, no, we'll finish on that. Just
Okay.
keep going. You know what? Actually, for one of the next videos, don't know when, we will actually prepare a lockdown song. To be fair, but on the spot, that was insane. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of that.
Yeah.
But I think that should be our goal for the next ones coming up.
To make up a
lockdown song.
lockdown song, okay?
Like we can put some like tunes in there. Like we can even involve the piano a little bit.
Yeah, we can.
We can. Nothing too major. Maybe we'll do a music video as well.
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be quite fun. We'll do a music video
Okay.
for it.
Yeah.
So that's a little project to look forward to for the drinking podcast. And now, the House of the Rising Sun. There is a house in New Orleans. They call her Rising Sun. It's been a ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one. My brother was a tailor. Sold my new blue jeans. That was meant to be. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans because my brother was a gambler. My brother was a gambling man down in New Orleans. A gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. Now the only time we're satisfied is when he's on a trunk. What's the next verse? Oh no, it's back to the chorus, isn't it?
No. With one foot on the platform, the other foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. There is a house
know I'm God. I know in God. I know I'm one. That's what we call fucking smashing it. Brilliant. So we have drank way too much alcohol tonight, I can't lie. And the fact that we've done that and you made up a lockdown song.
Yeah. Which you know,
is questionable.
Won't stand the test of time.
No, it won't. And to be fair, we will probably laugh at this when editing. We'll probably look back at this and be like, oh God. Oh no.
No.
Well, it will make the final cut. Don't you worry about that, everyone. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of guitar playing there. I like this new setup.
Yeah, it's good.
I like having the guitar light.
I like. Yeah, we're in the dining room. I think next time we do a bit of piano, Sam's Town or something like that. Maybe a bit of Black or something like that.
Yeah, I can dabble on a piano. I can play.
Yeah.
I can play Eminem. I can
Yeah.
play Stormzy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn how to play Dave, but it is incredibly difficult.
Yeah. Okay, so we can do that.
You're lucky if you get that. You know what? If you want to see that, drop a comment, like, whatever. Just do your thing. Do your thing, because like we're happy. We're doing well.
Because this is the Drinking COVID podcast, and we're off.
The best podcast on YouTube.
Bye.
No. What do you mean by? We haven't had our second shot yet.
Oh no.
What do you
I'm
mean?
only having a bit. Bloody Southern Comfort. I mean, it's just. I don't know. Is it bourbon or?
I don't trust you.
I don't know what it is. Is it whiskey or bourbon? Or...
You just said it was whiskey.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's bourbon or whiskey. I didn't want that much.
I just realised we finished off this bottle basically.
Yeah, but it was only.
How long do you think this bottle has just been lying around in this house then?
At least 20 years. We don't drink stuff like that. It's only since you've become 18 that you're travelling around all of the places in the house where there's alcohol and finding it. I mean, when you were small, all these
life was a ball.
Yeah,
and I wasn't that angry at all.
I wasn't angry. There, you did a poem.
Yeah,
didn't
I did
you?
a poem about that. I did a poem about hitting puberty.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you want to hear that poem, and I'll do a live.
Have you still got it?
Mate, it made it into a book.
Oh yeah, you got the book.
Yeah, it was the basically my school did a thing where like I don't know, there was like this not like charity like book, but there was
to write a poem.
There was like a poem, and like the best ones would go into this book, and like loads of people did like really deep shit, like how they lost their granddad, how they lost their dog, how they lost their friends, their family. Like it was quite a depressing thing, and me and Dad in about 10 minutes in the car came up with a poem about hitting puberty.
Yeah.
And how shit it is, but how brilliant it is at the same time.
And it got in the book.
Yeah, leave a comment if you want to hear a live reading of that. And I'll
got in the book, didn't it?
And it made it in the book.
When I was small.
No, we're not gonna. No. We're gonna leave that to the audience if they want to see.
It's a really funny little poem.
Which I came up with. What in year? Would it be 8? I think it would be.
Well, you came up
8 or 9.
We came up with it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally. It was in a car.
And then,
it was in a car journey home. Like loaded up.
And then the publisher wrote back to us and said, "Oh, your poem is going in the book."
Yeah, they literally were like, "This is fantastic. This is fantastic, mate. Well done." I mean, you looked at us like pissing us. But to be fair, we were kind of just like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe we're not the only ones with the idea." So we bought like 5 or 6 copies of the book. So I was like, "I'm in a book. I'm in a book," and we were just reading through the poems, and we were like nearly in tears.
They were so deep.
With how deep and sad they were, and like in actual tears, like we were like, "Oh shit, that's a bit mad."
Very sad.
Anyway, we got to our page and we were like, oh no. It's like, you know, like when you see a bunch of sheep and there's just the one with the black like fur or whatever you want to call it.
And he's a bit sad.
And he's just like by himself, but he stands out. That was my poem in that book.
Yeah.
It was the only light-hearted poem in that entire book.
It was, yeah.
Every other poem was depressing and stuff like that. And I don't know how I made it in. And to be honest, I don't know how they allowed that to be published, because there is some questionable stuff said.
Well, there is, yeah.
But it's a fantastic little read. Like I said, subscribe to the channel and comment if you want to see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
I think it's been well. Thank you for watching another episode of the podcast. Sorry, this was going to be a little bit later. He wasn't feeling too well the other night, so we had to reschedule.
I got a bit dehydrated.
For me, dickhead. Your fault.
I don't want to drink all that.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
I don't want to drink all that. Do you want to?
I'll have it. I'll have a little sip and then I'll have it later.
Okay. Well, anyway. So sorry if this is a little bit late compared to usual. We normally try and do one every 2 or 3 days. So this will be, I think, 4 days since our last upload. So we pushed it back a little bit, sadly. Sure. But anyway, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Drinking Podcast. We're still going strong. We are very tipsy / strong at the moment.
Here's the VE day and Boris making a positive statement on Sunday. How about that?
Yeah, you know what? In hindsight, this is a hope that he makes a good one. This is also hope that we make an incredible lockdown song, which I cannot wait to create.
Yeah, which we will.
Which we will hopefully make when we're sober, because to be honest, I don't really want to make a song right now. It'll be a car crash.
And it's the victory in Europe.
It's the winning
75 years of winning World War II.
And here's to Liverpool winning against Barcelona a year ago today. But
all of the suffering and all of the people that did it, and God bless them.
Yeah, and here's to Dave,
who didn't do anything towards World War II. But
he's to him anyway. You actually gonna sip yours?
Yeah.
Alright. You need to finish yours. You need to finish yours before we finish. We only finished the podcast when we finished this final shot. You can take your time, but it's tradition.
Spitfire pilots, Captain Tom and everybody else.
Just Captain Tom. You sure you're not getting confused with Captain Phillips?
No, Captain Tom walked round his garden.
Only Captain. Wait, what? Wait,
Captain Tom, you know, the tank commander, walked around his garden and raised £30 million.
Oh, him!
Yeah.
Oh, what a madman! Yeah, shout out to Captain Tom.
Yeah, and the
the
Spitfire and Hurricane flew over his house for his 100th birthday.
Yeah, didn't he want to get into? Also, well, who was the guy who also wanted to get? Is he the guy who also wanted to get a song into the top 100 or top 10 or number one in the world?
I don't know anything about that.
There was some Don who was like 100 years old and he wanted.
That's got anything to do with Captain Tom.
Probably not, but it's a former soldier who is 100 years old. It's a big shout out. Let's drink to anyone who's 100 years old.
Yeah. Which
you basically are.
56.
56 and counting. So how do you think you're going to recover at ping pong then at the age of 56?
I can beat you. I have beaten you.
Wow, you lost.
You
lost the tournament. You lost the tournament.
Anyway, I think we're done.
Anyway, let's cheers this final bit just so you can shout out or whatever.
Because
anyway, thank you guys.
We've talked about ping pong enough. And
Forrest Gump played ping pong.
I played ping pong
with my ping pong racket.
Didn't
he get a sponsor? He had like someone the equivalent of like Kim Jong-un on like one of his bats.
I don't know much about.
Anyway, let's down these drinks.
I don't know much about that. We ought to do an episode on Forrest Gump, because that is one of the best films ever made.
If you haven't watched Forrest Gump, watch it.
Well, I don't know much about that.
It's probably
life's like a box of chocolates.
No spoilers. Remember?
Could do it.
No spoilers.
Okay.
I'd cut out a lot of your stuff from previous episodes about spoilers and stuff. You dick.
Good night.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Drinking Podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you think of the new setup, which I've only showed 2 people.
Have you?
Yeah, and I just wanted to get their thoughts on it.
Me and you.
Dickhead. Anyway, let me know what you think about the new setup. Let us know if you want us to do a lockdown song. Please give us any suggestions for the future. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Give us love.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And if you made it to this point, we'll see you at 8. They probably won't watch this at night. I can't lie.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.